Test OK.
Hey, here we are. Welcome to the sights and sounds of Nantucket. Looks like the weather's breaking up a little bit. Let's go ahead and check that weather out. Just doing that. We are going to Providence. Yeah, we're glutton for punishment. We're going into the Beehive, definitely with the event going on, and we're doing it with a prop. So here we go. But they're really good about this because it's Cape Air. We've already filed VATSIM as well as dispatch through Cape Air Virtual. Weather. Alright, so in Providence, not so bad. 260 at 4, 10 statute miles. We're scattered at 2,300 feet. And that's fine. 2819 / 290, 299er 5. So we're good there. But how does the weather look here? Alright, so gee whiz, we turned VFR. So originally when we looked at this, we were like, you know what, we're going to go back to, because the weather's so unpredictable here, we're going to go back. We're going to fly from Nantucket to Providence and then come back to Nantucket, as opposed to going on to Bradley, because there's a chance that there was going to be pretty dicey weather here. But we just went from LIFR to VFR within a half an hour, so that's kind of interesting. You could see it breaking up over us. 299er 6. Still going to be fun though. Still going to be fun going out. Alright, so we got the weather on both. What's the ATIS here? The ATIS is Quebec. The ATIS is still old. No. He's got it back now. The ATIS is Quebec now. Alright, so we're going to make sure we've got Quebec. That's 127.5. Let's tune that in. Hold on. Oh, hey Buster, how you doing? Well, this is what I do when I change my frequencies. Not getting any of the comms. Alright, we've got no comms, and that's a problem. Not sure why we're not getting any comms. Let me turn vPilot off and turn vPilot back on. Because if we have no comms, that will be a major issue. Well, let's turn on the battery.
How
about that?
Information Romeo 1353 Zulu, winds 260 at 6, visibility 10. Sky conditions, few clouds 400, temperature 22.
He's way too excited about this.
Landing runway 24, expect the ILS approach, departing runway 24. And advise initial contact, give information Romeo.
Alright, that was pretty quick. That's the fastest ATIS. I'd much rather prefer that. I'd much rather prefer that. All right, let's get rolling. Let's do our normal stuff here. Now that we've got the battery on, let's just go ahead and do the rounds, shall we? All right, circuit breakers are all in. Let's see. We're going to turn down the flaps. I'll tell you what I want to do. Let me go ahead and adjust this so you guys can see a little better what I'm doing. Okay, so let's get the flaps all the way down. So hard to see where we're at. So flaps are all the way down. Let's go across. We got 3 green. What's the temps? It's got to be hot. Yeah, it's 72 degrees, so we're good. Cabin pressurization we don't need. All of the circuit breakers are in here. Let's go ahead and turn on probe heat. So let's go ahead and get a couple of the lights on here so we can do our walk around. Let's just quickly. Battery is good. Okay, let's go ahead and check all the annunciators. Let's reset this. You guys know that I do not like the time there. I like to go ahead and run it. All right, we're good there. Our absolute radio altitude is going. Good. Prop single phase is off. Let's go ahead and get our mixture full rich. Let's get the props all forward just so we have it. All right. These bad boys need to be open, so you push to open. I know, it's weird. Let's come over here and get our fuel selectors to green, and with that, let's go ahead and go outside. So here we go. We'll be coming out, and let's go ahead and take a look. The GPU's connected. Nice. There's flaps. Strobe is working. We've got a left nav light. Cowl flaps are open. Pitot heat, warm, good stuff. Cowl flaps open, nice. Got a good nav light, got a good strobe. Flaps looking good. How's that tail look? Yes, sir. And we have a strobe on the back. How's this? All right. All right, that is our abbreviated walk around. There's a couple things we typically could do on the walk around. Check this stuff. Fuel caps, oil doors. Let's see, you could pitot covers. Oh yeah, look at the covers. That's pretty cool. And then let's do fuel caps, oil doors, reservoir, engine doors. Holy crap. Boy, you can just get into the engine if you really wanted to. Oh my god, look at the oil. Look at the oil. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it gives you a new dimension, huh? Pretty neat. I'm telling you what, the modeling on this is pretty freaking impressive. Alright, let's go ahead and get in the bags. And we got a bag for Buster's food. So that's good. We don't want to mess with Buster's food. Alright, so the bags are on. How about the fuel? Yeah, fuel. Fuel would be good. I guess we should have put in the fuel first. And we can see if anything's leaking. No leaks, Buster, I promise. Let's go. Let's go. What are we getting? 375 pounds. 375 pounds. Okay. I wonder if I could do it with this. No. I would love to do this just max range, because you could see how it's so cumbersome to do this. Just kind of dragging these sliders along. And I can't like just put in a... My wish list would be... Oh, I wonder... My wish list would just be able to, you know, type in how many pounds I want. Alright, we need 31% on both sides. That gives... How about we just do 32%? 32% on both sides. Alright, how about 33? 408, we're going into Providence. I don't think we're having an issue, but anyway, we're 68 gallons. What is this, 40.5? Alright, so give me 27. Give me 27. Alright, let's dial up the Hoskins. If you haven't seen the short on how we program the Hoskins, go check it out. One, two, what did I say, 7? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Add it. Verify. Alright, 67. Yeah, that's good enough. I'd rather have a little less in here. Just so our analog's looking right. Yeah, our analog is good. Okay, so we've got all that set. Everything's looking pretty good. We've got our ATIS. We don't have our clearance. That's okay. We'll get that in a second. We've loaded our payload. Let's go ahead and start the ACARS for Cape Air Virtual. Okay, Cape Air Virtual. ACARS has now started. We'll go, I mean, if you want to look at the website, it's pretty cool. Really cool, actually. Expand this a little bit more. Here we are. We got good coverage today, but if you want to look at Cape Air, here they are. So there's the Cape Air website, capeair.bvartcc.com. So anyway, great virtual airline to fly with. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And you know, I think they're the official airline for the Boston Virtual ARTCC, which means I don't ever see them really get frustrated with the Cape Air pilots. And yeah, the Techno, I mean, you can fly some pretty cool aircraft here. And then, you know, as you rise the ranks, you can get into their executive affiliate, I guess they have, or code, if you will, and you can fly jets, all that stuff. So it's all good. I think they've done a really good job. I just checked. I got like 109 hours with them, which is crazy. A lot of fun. Get to 140, become a captain, I guess. I don't know. I know. Buster would be happy about that. All right, so we've loaded our packs. We've got the 8 cars. Let's go ahead and start the engines, shall we? Let's go ahead and start the engines. Actually, while we're here, before we start the engines, I think now would be a good time to create the flight plan here. So let's go ahead and create the flight plan from Nantucket to Providence. So yeah, so real quickly, to go to Nantucket to Providence, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and add a waypoint, and let's do KPVD, ta-da, and then let's go to Providence, insert before. There's only one. It's the Martha's Vineyard VOR. Ba-da! And then Nantucket, I tell you what, we have it. It's right there. And you just go to menu, go to store. Already exists. That's okay. Let's do it another one. Perfect. So now we have 2. There it is. That's how we do it. Excuse me. Interesting, it shows up automatically on the other side. So I wonder what the other one showed. Oh, geez. Now I got 3. No, we need to delete that one. What does the first one show? But it shows the approach going into, shows the GPS approach, right? So that shows the GPS approach. I tell you what. Let's delete that. Good. I like it. Yeah, because I didn't put any departures or any approaches in. This is just flat out, okay, this is what we're doing. Pretty simple, the Martha's Vineyard VOR. What is the Martha's Vineyard VOR, by the way, frequency-wise? By the way, if you think I'm taking a lot of time here, we are. This is Sunday Slowdown. We are slowing things down. The Sunday Slowdown. That's why we're in a prop, not an airliner. 114.6, I think it was, 5. 114.5 is Martha's Vineyard. Alright, and what's KACK? I think it's what, 16.2? Yeah. Love it. So welcome to Sunday Slowdown. A couple things here. We're looking at our takeoff mins. So just so you know, this is the chart for our takeoff mins here at Nantucket. Earlier I was really checking this out because we were probably going to get runway 24 for takeoff. And you could see here, there's a half a mile visibility. So, and we had a mile and a quarter. Oh, excuse me, 1 to 2 engines. So RVR 5,000 basically, or a mile. Big difference. Big difference. But it's funny because 5,000 feet is not a statute mile. A statute mile is 5,280 feet. I don't know, FAA math. All right, so yeah, so we would have needed a mile. We had a mile and a quarter to a mile and a half, so we would have been legal on our takeoff. So, not that you guys are interested, but that's where you look. So those are our takeoff mins. That was going to be a concern today, for sure. I could see us coming out Hotel Golf or Hotel Echo, and then come into Kilo. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and get the engine started. But first, before we do that, let's go ahead and get the chocks out. Let's get the... Oh, I've loaded the passengers? Sorry. We forgot the stars of the show. Alicia, John, Julie, Rick. Looking back, I don't know. Maybe I ought to look forward every now and then. Bobby, get in here with your sister with the tablet. All right, there we go. So we have the passengers on board. I almost lost the most important part of the flight. The passengers. We've had to go back. All right, GPU's off. Let's get the show on the road, or in the sky, if we should say. Be a little bit more clear. All right, let's do the before start engine checklist. Doors are latched and secure. Control locks are removed. Parking brake is indeed set. Fuel selectors are on green. Landing gear switch is down, and we're 3 green. Prop sync is off. Throttles, let's get them open an inch. We've got props full. We've got mixture full. Yes, sir. Batteries are on. Alternators are now going on. Nav lights are on. Annunciator panels we've already tested. Fuel quantity, just one last look. Yep, no fuel's just spilling out on the tarmac, so we're good. We still have good fuel quantity. Internal lights, nope, we're good. We don't need any internal lights. We are not doing an external power start, so let's go ahead. Alternators are both on. Let's just go ahead and get these mags all on. Let's prime. It's the first start of the day. Let's give it a look around. Buster, you want to give it the all clear? All right, Buster giving it the all clear. Clear prop. Let's go. All right, let's get the pump to low. We have positive rate fuel flow on the Hoskins. We got a green oil pressure, and oil temps are starting to rise. RPM is coming up nicely. Wow, we actually did it right this time. Buster is stabilizing around 1200. Let's then lean the left engine for taxi. All right, let's get this thing back up. Let's go ahead and prime the right side. How's the look out there, Buster? All right, all good. Buster says it's good. All right, let's get the pump to low. Hoskins is showing a positive fuel flow. We're green in the oil pressure, and oil temp is a rising. It's a rising. We'll wait for the RPM to stabilize before we head in the other direction with our mixture. Okay, that's looking good. Everything's stable. Hooray! Sorry about that, guys. Let me go to guard.
Before, and advise initial contact give information, Romeo. Yes, I got hour 8.
All right, let's go ahead and pick up our clearance. Because that we don't have, do we? We need to go ahead and get our clearance. Who are we going to? Austin approach? On 8.2. What is Romeo, by the way? Nine or six, good. So, just to do a quick recap, because I haven't taken a... We're going to be cleared to the Providence Airport. It's probably going to be radar vectors to the Martha's Vineyard VOR, then as filed. don't think we have a departure out of here. We'll see what our altitude is. I filed 6,000 at the end. We need a frequency is probably going to be 118.2, and we need a transponder code. So that's what we're looking for. Boston approach. Good morning, Care 3012 on the ground at Nantucket with Romeo, looking for IFR clearance to Providence.
Sorry, aircraft calling for clearance. Say your call sign one more time.
Care 3012.
Care 3012, thank you for your patience. Clear to the Providence Airport via radar vectors Martha Vineyard direct. Climb and maintain 2000. Expect 6000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure with me and your squawk today, 0024.
All right, Care 3012 is cleared to Providence. Radar vectors to Martha's Vineyard VOR. Direct 2000. Climb and maintain 2000. Expect 6010. Frequency is with you, and we're 0024 on the squawk.
Care 3012, readback is correct. Call me for taxi.
Roger that. We'll call you for taxi. Care 3012. All right. Okay. All right. So what did we learn? What do we learn? All right, so a couple things here. We know that we're 29906. We know we got to go to 2,000 feet, which is going to be quick. We're going to be taking runway 24. So let's get everything set to 24. Flight director heading. We're good here. Let's get the transponder 0024. We know that we're going to be taking off. There's no procedure. There's what am I thinking? There's of course no procedure. Thought we could at least dial in that. What else am I missing here? Yaw damper. I don't need that right now. I think I'll go ahead.
FedEx 420 ready for taxi with Romeo.
FedEx 420, runway 24, taxi via Gulf, cross runway 15.
Runway 24, taxi via Golf, cross runway 15, FedEx 420.
I always feel like I'm forgetting something. Ah, yes, the air. All right, so we'll go ahead and do our. Let's go ahead and just. Well, a checklist would help. All right, so avionics radio set.
FedEx, are you live right now?
Transponder.
Affirm, yeah, I'm live now.
Yeah, I can't give you the shout out because I'm on Twitch, but I just saw your YouTube channel, so I posted it.
Transponder, we're good.
Hey, appreciate
Altimeter standby. Transponder standby. We're good on the transponder. I should be mode. Yeah, no, I am not mode C for some reason.
Nantucket departure from Mountain Air 7400 at cargo. IFR clearance to Providence. Mountain 7400, Boston departure. Good morning to you. Clear to the Providence Airport via radar vectors Nantucket. That is filed. Climb and maintain 2000. Expect 4000 minutes after. Departure with me, squawk 4727. All right, radar vectors.
All right, flight control. Yep, they're free and correct. We're looking good there. Flaps are. Oh, gotta put the flaps up.
Sorry, say again, Mountain 7400.
We've had that mistake before. Elevator trim is set perfectly. Rudder trim, aileron trim are neutral.
I'm having trouble reading you. Say the request slowly.
7400, read again, sir.
Okay, it's clear to Providence via radar vectors Nantucket direct. Climb and maintain 2000. Expect 4000, 10 minutes thereafter. Departure frequency is with me, and your squawk is 4727.
All right, radar vectors Nantucket direct, 2 initial 4, departure with you. Squawk, apologies. Squawk in, please.
4727, it's that kind of morning then.
Yeah, affirmative, 4727, 7400.
Mountain 7400, readback is correct, call me from taxi.
Welcome, sir.
FedEx 420, fly runway heading, runway 24 cleared for takeoff, advise leaving 1500.
Runway heading clear for takeoff, runway 24. We'll call leaving 1500, FedEx 420.
Boston approach, Care 3012 with Romeo, ready for taxi. We'll need to run up at the end.
Care 3012, runway 24, taxi via Foxtrot Golf, cross runway 15, advise number 1, ready for departure.
All right, Foxtrot Golf, cross 15, and we'll advise when ready for departure, Care 3012. That's how we do that. Yeah, we're going to do a run-up. Yeah, we're going to do a run-up. All right, let's go ahead and release the brakes.
700, climbing 2000.
FedEx 420, climb and maintain 10-10,000, turn right direct Martha's Vineyard.
Climb maintain 10-10,000, right turn direct Martha's Vineyard, FedEx 420.
And your radar contact.
I know where I'm going. All right, here's golf. We have the authority to cross. Let's make sure the little things are happening, like lights. Looking good both ways. Looks like there's an airplane over here doing a run up, maybe? I don't know. Is there an airplane there? Yeah. There is a runway. Or there's a mountain. What is he doing? 208.
FedEx 420, because they're going to want to figure you out early, I'm going to hand you over now. Contact Providence Approach 123.67, and they'll get you sorted.
Roger that. 2367, FedEx 420. Might be back to beat up the pattern later. Thanks, man.
Ooh, see ya!
2367.
Departure Mountain Emerson 400 rate, taxi 24.
I'm going to dial that in right now.
Mountain 7400, are you able to taxi around the Twin Cessna doing its run up in front of you?
Affirmative. We've got the right ramp here closed up.
Alright, Mountain 7400, runway 24, taxi via Gulf.
Golf 24, 7400.
Care 3012, just in case you get ready quickly, you're going to sequence yourself behind the 208.
Roger that. We have the traffic, Care 3012. All right, let's go ahead and set the parking brake. Let's get our mixtures to full rich. All right. Engine run up. So let's go. Let's try to nail it on 17. Okay, let's go ahead and do the left mags. Got a drop of about 50. That's what we're looking for. Right mags. No more than 50. We're good there. Let's go ahead and check the alternators. All right. If we lose the right alternator, the left picks up the slack. If we lose the left alternator, it goes dead. Perfect. Let's check the right alternator. Right alternator goes dead. Everything goes dead. Okay. Left alternator goes dead. Oh, right picks up the slack. We're good. We're good. We're right where we want to be. All of that's good. Now let's do the props. Cycle to 12, go back. Right prop. All right, this one I want to see a drop in the Hoskins. So I'm doing left prop. I want to see left of the Hoskins. I want to see a drop in fuel flow, and I want to see a drop in the oil pressure. So here we go. Hoskins is down, oil pressure's going down. It's good. We're feathered. Now let's go ahead and do it with the right. Okay, there's a drop in the Hoskins, drop in the oil pressure. Okay, good. Okay, let's go ahead and do our 4 takeoff checklist. Fuel quantities are checked. Yes, we're all good. We're not spilling fuel all over the ground. All's good. We're nice and cool in here now. Good. We're gonna have to turn that off. Cowl flaps are indeed open. Trim tabs are set for takeoff. Wing flaps, let me just double check. They're up as far as they can go. Good. Prop synchrophase is off. Avionics are set. Altimeter is set. We've got heading. We'll climb out. We'll get to IAS quickly because we want to climb out at 120. Flight director. Yep, we're there. Alternate flight control. Nope, we don't need that. Pressurization. Nope, we don't need pressurization. Air conditioning needs to go off. Sorry, kids. Annunciator panels. Good, nothing there. Aux pumps are low. Flight controls we've already checked for incorrect. Pitot heat install is on. Anti-ice not required. Not required. We'll go ahead and get our landing light on as soon as we're ready. We already have our strobe on, so we are good. I did not see. Did you guys see the... No, I did not see. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and just do a quick departure briefing. So we're going to do normal takeoff, runway 24. Surface is dry. It is, I believe, a 6,000 footer. Yep, 6,300 feet. So, and the winds currently are 260 at 4. So we'll have a little bit, just a small little touch of wind off the left. So we'll go ahead and hold in our aileron as such. We're going to rotate at 95 today. Initial climb will be 110 to 400 feet. And then 450 feet, just call it 500. And then 120 knots after 500 feet. At that point, once we get to 1,000, we're then going to go ahead and do an accelerated climb at 35. We're going to reduce the prop to 35. And our RPM to 24 for the props. Cool. On the roll though, if we have any loss of power, sudden loss of control prior to rotation, we're going to close the throttle, brake, abort takeoff. If we do get into the air and we have sufficient runway remaining, we'll go ahead and land straight ahead. Rotation without sufficient runway, well, if we no longer have sufficient runway and we're under 110 and we cannot climb, then we're going to go ahead and look, well, I mean, it's going to be tough. We're going to have to ditch. There's not much to do here. If we can maintain 110 knots and we can climb maybe 200, 300 foot a minute, then we'll climb straight out, pattern altitude, probably make left traffic, and come on back here for the approach. Seems like we have a few clouds. We should be able to see the runway. If not, we could easily get the ILS frequency, localizer frequency, and help us out. And we actually have a couple choices. We could turn and come back to 3.3 if we want, or we could come all the way back to 2.2. Any questions, Buster? All right, we're good. That is our departure briefing. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Brought to you by Cape Air Virtual. All right, let's go ahead and release the parking brake. go ahead and just flick on the lights. Boston approach, Care 3012, holding short of runway 24 at Kilo, ready for departure.
Care 3012, fly runway heading, runway 24 clear for takeoff, advise leaving 1,500.
All right, we'll fly runway heading, we'll advise after leaving 1500, Care 3012. How are we looking? There's no one down the road. We've done a departure briefing. We know what we're doing. Let's see if we can execute it. Let's go ahead and start the clock running. Oh, I'm taxiing like an airliner. Whew. That's beautiful. Clock running. Run. Clock run. All right, good. All right, let's run up to 30. Looking good. Knots. 95, let's rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Let's zero in on 120. Alright, let's go ahead and, oh, yaw damper. Forgot the yaw damper. Let's get the yaw damper on. Let's get the autopilot on. Let's get the air on.
Care 251, Boston approach. Did you call me?
Yes, sir. We were switched over to you from Boston departure. We are about 21 miles west of Marconi, eastbound Nantucket. We're level at 3,000.
Care 5251, thank you. Sorry, I was in the middle of being greeted by Twitch royalty. Depart Marconi on heading 180.
Depart Marconi 180, and I hope you enjoyed the encounter with royalty. Care 5251.
I definitely did.
Roger that.
Care 3012, I maintain 6,000, turn right direct Martha's Vineyard, and sail speed.
Alright, we're now at 2,000, so we'll go to 6,000 and go direct to Martha's Vineyard, Care 3012. Hope you enjoyed your stay with royalty too. Alright, here we go. Let's go to 6,000. I mean, he was jabbering. I couldn't cut in. I mean, what am I going to do? Let's go direct Martha. My guess, Martha's Vineyard will be 3-3. We're on the backup. Martha's Vineyard's in the backup right now, guys. Yes, we're doing actually some manual backup here to the GPS. Because right now we're flying GPS. Let's go before I blow the engines out.
Sierra 5251, you can expect the ILS 24 approach at Nantucket. The Nantucket altimeter 299.
So we already blew our first
Expect ILS 24
part of the briefing.
Altimeter 29906. Care 5251.
Turn right heading 160 vectors for ILS.
Is that for Care 5251?
Turn right heading 160.
Right, 160, Care 5251. Vectors for ILS.
Get you a shortcut past Marconi.
We appreciate that.
Alright, so now that we got our engine straight, any more longer we would have blown our engine for sure. Need to remember to do the accelerated climb. As soon as we push down for accelerated climb at around 2,000, we should have, actually at 1,000, we needed to go ahead and reduce. We're out of practice.
KLM 556, Boston departure. Good morning, say request.
I'll be a part of the south, the 3500 to Nantucket.
That's why we do the double duty today.
KLM 556, runway 24, taxi via Alpha.
4 by Alpha, KLM 556.
Alright, let's go ahead and get our pumps to 0. We no longer need the taxi light. I'm going to leave the landing light on for the whole trip. Let's go ahead and start pulling out the cowl flaps, closing the cowl flaps. We are closing the cowl flaps.
Fully short 24 ready for departure.
KLM 556, runway 24, on course departure approved.
Alright, 6,000 direct.
On course departure approved.
Direct.
4 for takeoff, KLM 556.
Martha's Vineyard.
Sierra 5251, sorry, turn right heading 170.
Right, 170, Care 5251.
Alright, so 120.7 is tower. Ground is 121.
KLM 556, do you want flight following today?
Roger. I'm sorry, affirmative, KLM 556.
KLM 556, squawk 0011.
0011, KLM 556.
Yes, things go a lot slower, but let's go ahead now that we're in the cruise. Let's go ahead and do our cruise checklist. So cowl flaps are indeed closed. Prop sync can now go on. Anti-ice not required. Aux pumps are off. Pressurization, we don't need it. We're at 6,000. We're monitoring. We're fine. Oxygen, we don't need it. Landing light off. We're going to keep it on right now. Cruise power. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Now that we're sped up to around 180, let's go ahead and reduce to 30 on the manifold. Let's allow our airspeed to normalize, stabilize, and then we're gonna lean up. Yeah, we're actually gonna lean. We're gonna lean because we're doing 22 gallons an hour right now. I want to see that around 16. So we're going to go ahead and keep our focus on the EGT here. We're going to bring those white needles up to the red, and then we're going to bring them back down, lean of peak. Ready? Here we go.
KLab 556, you're going to squawk 0011, yeah?
All right, needles come up to the peak. So now we're at the peak, and now we're going to go lean of peak.
Tell them if I hit the enter button.
And there we go.
Thank you. KLab 556, altitude.
16 is about what I like per hour. That's 32.
KLab 556, your radar contact.
32 times 2 is 64. 64 gallons, so you can see we almost have...
The twin Cessna, he's up at 6,000, but he is nose on with you in opposite direction, so don't climb too high.
Yeah, we're going to stop here on 3,500. We should be no factor. Keon 556.
Got somebody nose on, huh? What a Sunday slowdown.
KLab 556, you can plan to enter the right base, runway 24 at Nantucket, the Nantucket altimeter 2996.
All right, we'll join the right base for runway 24, Keon 556.
Sierra is... .85.
Our nav visual approaches runway 23 and runway 32 in use. Landing and departing runway 23 and 32. Advise on initial contact, give information Sierra. New Bedford Airport, ATIS information Sierra. 135 Zulu. Wind variable at 4, visibility 10, sky clear below 12,000. Temperature 2 ways, 2.22, altimeter 2909 Our nav visual approaches runway 23 and runway 32 in use. Landing and departing runway 23 and 32. Advise on initial contact, give information Sierra.
Okay, looks like we have the RNAV 23 or 32. We have Sierra, and the altimeter is going to be 2994.
135 Zulu. Wind variable at 4, visibility 10, sky clear below 12,000. Temperature 2 ways, 2.
We got the RNAVs in here as well.
Karis 3012, contact Providence approach, 123.67, and Mocha Hagati, my friend.
23.67, Mocha Hagati, Karis 3012. Have a good one. All right, here we go. No, that did not work. We're gonna go off-road and just do this. And tower will be 120.7. Providence approach, good morning, Care 3012, level 6000 with Sierra.
Tier 3012, Providence approach, Providence altimeter 29905, welcome.
29905, Care 3012.
Wings 2, contact the tower at Cessna, Wings 2.
Wings 2 will contact the tower at Cessna. Thank you.
We have some wings. We have some wings at the expo that must be doing some things in the conference center showroom. Here we are. Here's Care 5251 that you've heard.
Providence departure, good day, FedEx 420, 1,900.
Man,
FedEx 420, Providence approach, Providence altimeter 29905, radar contact now. You can proceed on course and proceed direct to Providence Airport. Report the airport site.
So that will proceed on course, and we'll go FedEx 420.
alright, so the FedEx is in front of us, which is kind of interesting.
Providence approach number 180 Foxtrot Bravo, with you coming to 5,000.
180 Foxtrot Bravo, Providence approach, Providence altimeter 29905, welcome. And November 180 Foxtrot Bravo, just confirm your direct mink to cross mink at 5.
Confirm, we're direct mink to cross mink at 50 Foxtrot Bravo.
Thank you. Wings 1, fly heading 120, descend and maintain 2,200. Wings 1.
One 2,200, wings 1.
Not sure what we're gonna get. Alright, we're leaned out, so the cruise checklist is complete. We've got the ATIS for Providence. Our descent clearance, we'll get there. It's really interesting, the game within the game, this cabin climate. Really tough to figure out. Alright, we have our lights on. We're leaving on the landing light because we're so close. Pitot heats are on. Cowl flaps are indeed closed. Gas, yep. Mains are both on. Flaps are still up. We're leaned out for cruise. So coming in, it will be flaps 1, then gear, then flaps 2, 3. Kind of how this works. We want to come in at 170 and then bammo. If we get to about 4 miles out, 5 miles out, we can start dropping a hammer. Should be interesting to see what he wants us to do here.
Air 3012, you can expect vectors for the ILS runway 23 approach at Providence. Providence altimeter 29905.
Roger that. We'll expect vectors for the ILS 23, Care 3012. So that's pretty easy. Come over here, home, prop.
Wings 1, you are 5 miles from Cusca, turn right heading 200, maintain.
I'm actually quite surprised.
Until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS, runway 23 approach.
So we're going to be getting vectored. You can see it right here.
Cleared ILS 23, wing 1.
My guess is we're going to get a 360. So I'll set that to 360. Let's pull up the plate.
FedEx 420, Providence, 12 o'clock and 10 miles.
Let's make sure 109.3 is, yep, 109.3.
So I get the field in sight, but I set it off my 9 o'clock FedEx 420.
Roger, yes sir, I see that now. It's your 9 o'clock. You can contact the tower now, 120.7.
120.7 FedEx 420, thank you. Ooh.
And are you okay? And FedEx 420, are you still with me?
Hey, firm, FedEx 420.
Yeah, the tower's having problems here, so I'm going to keep you for now. And you can enter a left base. Actually, continue your present heading, descend and maintain 2000.
Present heading down to 2000, and we're actually VFR, so I mean, we could just kind of, do some circles around here until y'all ready for it.
I know, I've got IFR traffic on the final. I'm going to try to get you to see him, and you can follow him.
Oh, Roger. Okay, I think I had him a second ago, but we'll look FedEx 420.
Okay, FedEx 420, traffic 11 o'clock, opposite direction. That's a 172 on the final approach course. Do you have that insight?
Negative. We're looking FedEx 420. I did, but I lost it.
Okay. Set to maintain 2000, maintain present heading, and we'll vector you around them.
2000, present heading, FedEx 420.
So right around 1,000 feet. So we can see the localizer is going to be basically on. Localizer is 0.1 mile in front.
FedEx 420's got a track in there.
We're going to have a Mauser.
FedEx 420 maintain visual separation with that traffic.
He'll probably give us close to Cusco.
For runway 23.
We'll maintain visual separation and our left base runway 23, FedEx 420.
Okay, wings 1, contact the tower 120.7.
Tower's in.
0.7, wings 1.
FedEx 420, contact the tower 120.7.
2070, FedEx 420, thanks for the help, man. Ooh!
See you later.
Ooh.
Care 3012, turn right heading 360, vectors for the approach.
360 for Care 3012. Hey, look at that. I had a 360. So let's go heading. I love it. Good job with the update, Flysimware, because I would hit the heading in the past and we'd jump 1,000 feet. So now that we're heading, let's go ahead and go to VLOC. We're going to be going in on runway 3. What is it? 3. It's runway 23. So let's set our course to 23. 227. So let's go 227 on the money. 227 right here too. All right, so we're VLOC. We're VLOCing. We have the ILS in the nav on both. Okay. Wow, we're showing 14 away, so we're already getting the good indications. We're getting good indications on the DME. Remember, it's 0.1 in front, the localizer. So,
Care 3012, set to maintain 3000.
Down to 3,000, Care 3012.
And Care 3012, give me your best forward speed for traffic separation if you can.
Best forward speed for 3012. All right, let's go. Let's not mix around. Let's not mix around here. How you like that? Let's just keep an eye on the airspeed.
For 180 Foxtrot Bravo, fly heading 020, maintain 5,000 for now.
We're going 214 across the ground. Is that good enough for you, champ? I love trash talking in a twin Cessna. 219 across the ground, borderline yellow. What else do you need? What else do you need? How else can I help? Oh, we got a starship coming in behind us. Well, we're 223 across the ground, and what is he? He is 236 across the ground. Haha. We will try not to commit the cardinal sin of...
Chair 3012, turn left heading 330.
330 for Care 3012.
Okay, I had another part of the conversation there for you. 330 on the heading, but descend and maintain 2,200, Care 3012.
All right, sorry about that. We'll go down to 2,200 as well and maintain it. Care 3012.
Read that correct, thanks.
We're going to Cuska, kids. Cuska's right here. Let's keep our speed up like he wanted us.
And Care 3012, turn right 5 degrees.
Right 5 degrees, Care 3012. All right, so Cuska's going to be
Yeah, go then, hang on.
pretty short. It's going to be 5 miles. We can drop the hammer at 5.
Providence approach, good afternoon. JetBlue 221 will do 11,000 with Romeo.
JetBlue 221, Providence approach, Providence altimeter 295, descend and maintain 5,000.
295, descend 5,000, JetBlue 221.
All right, here. Activate vectors to final. Activate vectors to final. Yay! We didn't forget. Activate vectors to final.
3012, 4 miles from Cuska, turn left heading 260, maintain 1,900 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 23 approach.
All right, turn left 260, maintain 1900 until established on a localizer. Clear for the ILS 23, Care 3012.
JetBlue 221, Providence altimeter 2995, you can expect the ILS runway 23 approach.
1900, let's get down, 1900, no, down, not up. Let's pull the throttle back some. Approach, localizer, we're past the localizer. You did it, you did us wrong.
Number 180 Foxtrot Bravo, turn right 5 degrees.
Right 5 degrees, 0 Foxtrot Bravo.
Care 3012, contact the tower now 120.7. Good day.
20.7, have a good one.
Number 30584, runway 23, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 23, 30584.
Providence Tower, Care 3012 on the ILS 23. Gear down.
Care 3012, Providence Tower, hello. Runway 23, clear to land, traffic will depart prior to your arrival.
All right, roger that. Clear to land, Care 3012.
FedEx 420, exit right when able, contact ground 121.9er.
Exit right over to ground point 9, FedEx 420, thanks man. Oh.
See ya.
To 1.9er, we heard him.
Number 30584, on departure, turn right heading, correction, turn left heading 280, runway 23, clip takeoff. So, correction, right 280, I should know my direction.
No problem. On takeoff, turn right heading 280, clear for takeoff.
All right, the missed approach is in. I'd love, here's what we're gonna do. Let's go one more flap. We're taking it off.
500.
I don't see a Pappy, unfortunately. Last notch of flaps. Yaw dampers coming off. Wind. Continuing.
Number 30584, on the turn to 280, contact departure. Have a good day.
Alright, turn to 280 and then contact departure 30584. Thank you.
Yeah. Bet you they haven't seen that today.
Care 3012, welcome to Providence. Contact ground 121.9er. Mocha Gotti.
Mocha Hagati, 0.9er. All right, so that's up. Let's go ahead and lean out.
Departures on 123.67, squawk 4726.
Let's leave those on.
Roger, cleared to the Providence Airport via radar vectors. Maintain 3000, departures 12367, squawk 4726, wings 2.
A couple things I didn't do, but that's
Wings
okay.
2, reback is correct. And are you ready for reposition at this time?
Affirmative.
Wings 2, reposition is approved. Contact departure on 123.67.
Roger, reposition approved 12367 for departure for wings 2, thanks.
Providence ground, Care 3012, vacated 23 at Bravo. Request taxi to the North GA ramp.
Care 23, Roger. Taxi to parking via Bravo. This is Providence ground.
Roger that. We'll taxi to the ramp via Bravo, Care 3012. Let's get the air on. We'll get the 1-star Yelp. The flight was great, but man, we're burning up. Love that landing. I could care less that I didn't have my fuel pumps on low, and jeez, yeah, pretty crazy. Maybe I did have the fuel pumps on. Do I have the fuel pumps on? No. Forgot that in the descent. Descent checklist did not go well. We have our personal. Do we have somebody in the middle? We do. Wings 1. Well, I guess this is a run-up pad. Is this a run-up pad? Interesting. I tell you what, they're probably looking at us like we're going nuts, but
At FedEx 420, it's going to be just a couple more minutes. I'm working on that.
Roger, no rush, FedEx 420.
we're actually going to park in our hangar. They're like, what is he doing? Trust me, we've done this before. We're appropriating the hangar. Oh. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Woo. Alright, we can turn that bad boy off. Let's go ahead and kill the engine. Should turn the lights off before we kill the engine, but that's okay. Bah, bah. Parking brake. Prop's still moving? Prop's still moving. Oh yeah, thanks Caleb. So that's you're on the Tony FM stream, I guess. Is that he's streaming right now at the FedEx? See, the advantage that I have that he doesn't have is that I can fit in this hangar. Let's go ahead and get our props to stop. 'Cause that's bothering me that our props are still spinning. I guess the wind is just like hauling butt through this. Look at that. That's strictly wind. I should have feathered them before we turned them off, so this isn't going to do anything. Messing with the props isn't going to do anything. So anyway, another dangerous episode. Hello. Hello, everybody. I always love flying around with big FedEx in the airspace. It's a lot of fun. I just saw the FedEx come out of, where was it? Bedford? Yeah, New Bedford, which is pretty cool. I was over Martha's Vineyard. So I was over Martha's Vineyard here when the FedEx took off. I guess when Tony took off from New Bedford. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. Happy to make it in. It's a fun little approach. We were able to actually stop. We did our own little lasso. We did our own little lasso approach. Yes, we were like, hey, you know what? We're gonna lasso ourselves at runway 34. So this was it. We lassoed ourselves at 34, and we got off at Bravo. Although there's no lasso operations at Providence, we turned it into one. How about that? Only here at Cape Air Virtual. All right, everything's off. How about, hey, finally the props have stopped spinning, so it's not as dangerous anymore. Let's chocks. The props have started and stopped spinning. Hooray! Let's get the GPU out. All right, Buster, get out the bags. Oh, but you left one, Buster. You left a bag. Oh, that's your food. I got it. Wow, look at that. Boy, you can see it in the hangar. There's a JetBlue coming in. Check that out. We could plane spot from the hangar. That's pretty cool. All right, Alicia, take off. John, see you later. Julie, have a good one. Rick, look ahead every now and then. We'll do you some good. Bobby, get out of here with your little sister with her tablet. All right, there we go. I'm telling you what, we aim to please here at Cape Air Virtual. How about that? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and end our flight. I know, we're gonna, it's temporary. We're just ending it in Cape Air Virtual. And I figured what I would do is I would dispatch the next flight so you guys could see how we do it. So let's go ahead and dispatch the next flight. So you gotta log in. It takes a little while for them to register it. So yeah, a little spin, a little plug on Cape Air Virtual here. So look, on Sunday Slowdown, we like to fly props, or, you know, every other Sunday it's like a Sunday Slowdown. So this is good, kind of slowing ourselves down. We got a partner here, Boston Virtual. So I believe Cape Air Virtual is the official airline of Boston Virtual. You can see total flights. That's insane, insanity. 1.8 million miles for, you know, this airline in the region. I mean, it's just in the region, guys. Think about it. It's not like they're doing long haul. Total hours, that's crazy. Total pilots, 261 total pilots. We can see the newest pilots on board, so they haven't, I guess, done their stuff lately. So I guess if you want to go ahead and join, There's a little bit of a waiting period, but probably not much. They have not registered our PIREP yet, so let me go ahead and redo it. Nope, not yet, because I would love to redispatch. Ah! All right. Well, we'll come back to them when they're when they have given us the opportunity to dispatch another flight. So they're just processing all the paperwork, I guess, in the background. I mean, it's a small virtual. I mean, it's a small, like, prop airline, guys. It's not like instantaneous. Keep hitting the dashboard button. Alright, well, we'll get that in a little bit. What we can do is we can go to SimBrief, and we can pull up our SimBrief. So that will be boring for you guys. Definitely boring, me doing SimBrief stuff. So I am going to go ahead and be right back, and we will turn this bad boy around. We are going to Providence to Nantucket, and it's going to be 3014. Yep, 3014. Okay, Providence. Okay, Providence, Providence, and then ACK. KACK. Let's disconnect. Alright guys, we'll be right back. right, we're back. We're back. We got a little push out of the hangar. So now we're ready to get going. Flight plan has been filed. We're going to be taking the newbie 3. So hopefully we'll get 2-3 for takeoff, and we'll be doing the newbie 3. Got to be at Clammy above 3,000, and then we'll get rerouted in there. All is good with the world. Let's see what frequencies we have on ground, tower, approach. Perfect. We got Boston approach 118.2, and we have Providence approach at 123.675. Is that Wiley? Wiley's still on. Okay, that's good. And then there is no tower at... There is no tower at Nantucket right now. Okay. Alright, so what do we got? We got Romeo now. So what do we expect? Winds 250 at 11, gusting to 18. 10 statute miles and scattered. So that's not an issue. Weather's not a problem. 29, 19, and 2995. And we have Romeo. No, Romeo? Yeah, Romeo. Alright, let's see what... Nantucket brings. .230 at 8. Man, far cry from this morning where it was, I mean, it's clear. So we'll get the visual. Landing 24. Great point visual approach. I love it. We need to find that great point visual into 24. Oh, that's going to be fun. All right, so we need to research the great point. While we're here on the ground, let's pull up the chart for the great point visual. Yes, this is true to form. It is Sunday slowdown. Yes. We are slowing things down. There's the Tuckernuck visual. Great point visual 2-4. Well, this ought to be a hoot. Holy crap. Alright, so this is fun. It's no missed procedure. Okay. Ceiling, yeah, we're fine. This is gonna be fun. So we come in over Muskeget Island, 2,000 or above. So we got to aim for the left side of the island, and then in between Great Point. Oh wow. In between Great Point, so kind of like in the middle of this, called the Gulls, we're going to begin our base. Join localizer course or visual to enter a 5 to 7 mile final. Okay, we'll do the visual. We'll have the ILS picked up in here, so we'll have both the VOR and the ILS. And remember, the localizer will be on the far side of the field for us. But that's pretty cool. Alright, so we're going to be doing this, what's called the Great Point Visual Runway 24. Pretty cool. I mean, after all, we are in a piston aircraft and we are in Sunday slowdown mode. So this is the perfect approach for that. Perfect. We'll definitely have the localizer in the groove, and we'll have the VLOC on. I don't think Providence has any departures. No, not even like a radar vector. Isn't that crazy? But we'll be radar vectored. Let me do a couple things. Hold on, bear with me. Let me do a couple things. Okay. Hold on, bear with me. We got a little bit of a reverb here. Okay, here we go. Let's go to Discord. So I just posted the Discord. I forgot. I always forget. Flydog and Buster are live. So we're going back. We're already in Providence, and we've already completed the first leg of the trip, so we're good. Let's go back to Cape Air Virtual like we had promised, and let's see if it has cleared us out. Yeah, there we go. So, woo, we had a stiff landing rate of 214, which was great because we just stuck it into the runway, and that allowed us to extend ourselves to a Lasso Bravo exit off of 2-3, which that was a stretch for us. All right, here we go. Let's get to the crew center. I'm doing this for the first time online so you guys can see actually how I dispatch a flight from Cape Air Virtual and how easy it is. So with the flight schedule, we go to flight schedule. We know we want to depart KPVD. And there we go, 31.4 right there. We got to select the 402, which is equivalent to our airplane, the 414. Dispatch, and we're done. Easy, easy peasy. And so we've dispatched. We have ACARs. So there's a whole nother, I don't even know if I have it available where you guys could even see it, but there's something else that I have to do. You got to download an ACARs, and so now we're on ACARs. I'm going to be loading from dispatch. Here we go. The alternate is going to be probably back to Providence is our alternate. Yep, I was correct. Flight number, altitude, 5,000. I hope I filed 5,000. If not, we'll get corrected. 6, cargo, 150. And the routes, we're just doing the PVD, 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 newbie 3. That's it. That's all we got to do. Start the flight. I'm not going to do that yet because we haven't put in the fuel. So that's how we do that. Hey, we got an ACARS. Brilliant. Oh, they approved us. 5,000, so we're good. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's welcome the new crew. Let's go ahead and get new luggage loaded in. It's time for the turn back. We already have Buster's food loaded, which is fine. Doors, covers, everything okay. Let's go ahead and just do the once around. All the circuit breakers, nothing popped out. Let's put the flaps down. Let's go full rich, props up. Not that that's gonna happen. All right, 3 green. We'll keep it cool. Everything's looking good in here. Let's get the pitot heats on. Let's turn on some lights. Let's turn off the alternators. We're good here. Let's test all the lights. All the annunciators are good. Let's reset the time. Alright, we reset the time. That's basically our chrono. We'll come back down here. Let's test our radar. Yay! Yay! Good. Alright, so we're down here. We're good here. The tanks are green. Let's go outside for a quick walk around. Strobe is going. We got good nav light. Cow flaps good. Pitot heats. Oh man, they're hot. Cow flap's looking good. Good extension on the flap. Nav lights green, which is good. We've got a... How's our aileron look, huh? Looking pretty spiffy. Static wicks, really nice. This thing is modeled incredibly. You can even see underneath the nav aids, everything. I mean, it's just GPS. Really nice. Right here, guys. Anybody want to venture to say what that thing is? And what about this? Right here. What is this thing doing here? What's this? What's that? Okay, that's looking good. Alright, let's get back in the cockpit. Come on, guys. Still haven't heard any response. What is this? What is this? Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. We're in. We're on our way. We've done our walk around. So as we come back into the aircraft, we immediately put the flaps up because that is a disaster if we do that with the flaps down, take off. Of course, we speak through great experience. Let's go ahead and... Have they not put in the fuel yet? Have they not put in the fuel yet? 383. Alright, we need 66. Bammo. Here we go. We don't have to mess with the Hoskins. It's working perfect. Alright, the fuel is good. Awesome. Let's go ahead and get the engine started. But before we do that, let's not forget the most important part of the journey. Alicia, Scott, John, I mean, actually, it's Alicia, Mary. They're going to Nantucket. Julie. Let's have Dorothy this time. Dorothy and Rick. That's got to be another Rick. And then Bobby. You're in here with your sister Cindy again. Oh, man. There we go. How are we looking on the weight and balance? Yeah, we're a little bit aft, but we're still in the sweet spot. Alright, everybody's loaded. Let's go ahead and start the ACARS for Cape Air Virtual. Good. So that one's going. Alright, loaded the packs. We're not going to need a push because we're just going to be able to come right out here to this taxiway line and we're going to be good. So let's just start the engines. Let's get the doors closed. Chocks need to be pulled. Doors can close. We no longer need the GPU because I do not like to do GPU assisted starts. Alright, how are we looking here, Buster? Alright, doors, covers, closed and removed. Doors are latched and secured. Control locks, they were removed. Parking brake is indeed set. Fuel selectors are main. Landing gear switch is down. And we got 3 green. Hooray. Prop sync is to off. We need to do a better descent checklist. Let me see. That would have been our landing checklist. Got it. Alright. So prop sync phase is off. Throttles are open a touch, about an inch. Props are full forward. Mixtures full rich. Alternators, let's get them both on. Annunciator panels, yep, it all worked out good. Our fuel, last check, fuel's not spilling all over the tarmac, so we're good. Alright, engine start without external power. Let's go ahead and the mags are all on. We never turn off the mags. So the mags are on. How are we looking, Buster? You want to give it the all clear? All right, look out. We're starting to prop. Clear prop. All right, let's go low on the pump. How are we looking on Hoskins? We got positive fuel rate on the Hoskins. We have green on the oil pressure, and oil temp is a rising. Let's go ahead and cut the RPM back to 1200. Actually, let's cut it back to 11. Let's go ahead and lean up the left engine for taxi. And let's close this. No one can hear us anyway, clear prop. How are we looking, Buster? Alright, Buster says we're clear, so in that respect, just give it one quick prime. Tag the fuel pump. Positive on the Hoskins on the fuel flow. We're in green and oil pressure. Oil temp is rising. We got good engine starts. Maintain 4,000. Okay, so they're asking us to go to 4,000 feet. We're going to be maintaining runway heading, so let's go ahead and put that in there. It's runway 23. It's 227. We'll have to listen to Romeo. See if oh, ATIS is off. ATIS was shoot, what was ATIS? Alright, we can go find it.
TOS, system test okay.
I'm not seeing ATIS anymore for Providence. ATIS for Providence went bye-bye. Departure frequencies 2367. Alright, that's good to know. Alright, so that's departure. And we'll have... Surprised we don't have the ATIS yet. Maybe they're updating it. Let me go to the chart. I know, Buster, we're wasting fuel. I get it. But we're not doing a run-up. We're not doing a run-up this time because we did the run-up earlier for the day. Alright. Everything's hot. Everything's good. Oh, what is ATIS? 124.2. I don't think that's it for some reason. I don't think that's it. ATIS is not... Okay, we'll pick up ATIS later. Sheesh. Alright, let me lean the right engine. Let me stay focused. Focused. Flight plan. We've never done this one before. This is how easy it is. No. Cancel. This should make the blooper reel. Low procedure. Approach. Wrong. How about the arrival? We'll get it eventually. The Newbie 3. Providence. There it is. Newbie. And then let's just see if we have the arrival. Or the approach. Oh, the approach. Do we have the Great Lakes? We do have the Great. There it is, the visual 2.4. Interesting. But I'm not going to do that. Although I could do that. We could use this. We could use this visual 2.4 as our proxy. I've never done that before. We could activate it, and then that would give us a GPS line, not a VLOC line. And I could have the localizer in the backup over here for runway 24. I might do that. Let's do that. This is going to give us glide path. Interesting. All right, we got glide path. All right, after start checklist, avionics, yep, we're on. Everything's good. Radios are where we want them. Transponder, it's 5.5. Now we're going to show up 7.6. All right, now we're going to show up in their world. Autopilot flight directors are good. Air conditioning, how are we doing? The game within the game. Did I run out? Let's hold it for a little bit. All right, good. We got full power. Woo! All right. There's a click spot over here, and I think that's what gives you, when you run out of battery, you can just re-up on it. Let's get our taxi lights on. Transponders on. Let's go ahead and release the parking brake. All right, let's just do a quick departure brief because this is going to be really fast. All right, we're going to do a normal takeoff from runway, what is this, 23. Surface is dry, which is pretty cool. It's 8,700 feet, so we got plenty of runway. The winds, I would love to know what the winds are. All right, I'm just going to go to Sky Vector. I can't pull down. I wonder if FAA Digital, does FAA have Providence? Yes, they do.
Ground, morning wings 1 with information, Romeo requesting
280, gusting 17, so 9 gusting 17.
And I'm sorry, lesser
29er, 9er 5.
Providence ground, say again.
All right, that's good.
Planning to speak up. Ground wings 1, information, Romeo, looking for IFR practice.
Yeah, there's a Q.
Wings 1, clearance on request, stand by.
All right, we're going to rotate at 95. We're going to
radar vectors, maintain 3,000. Departure.
We're going to have an initial climb out of 110
110
to 400 feet, and then 120 after 400 feet. At that point, once we get to, let's just say once we get to 1,000, we're going to go ahead and cut back our manifold to 35 and our props to 24. If we have an issue or going to ground roll, if we have any loss of power or control prior to rotation, we're going to close the throttle, basically brake and abort the takeoff.
Roger that, wings
If after rotation, if we have sufficient runway and we lose power, lose control, whatever the case may be, if we have sufficient runway, which we should be, we'll just go land. We'll land straight ahead. If we can maintain 110 though, and we can climb to, if we run out of sufficient runway, so basically if we run out and we can maintain 110 and we can climb 200, 300 foot per minute, then we'll climb straight out. We'll go up to pattern altitude, let's go to 1,500 feet, make left traffic, and we'll turn to the runway. We do have a couple options. We could return to 3-4, which they might prefer us to do. We shall see. And then the scenario, if we have no more sufficient runway and we no longer can maintain 110 on the climb rate, we can't climb, then just depends on our altitude whether we can come back to 3-4 or look straight ahead for some sort of field. Oh joy. And on that, happy note,
Wings 1, stand by just 1 moment. Waiting release. And Wings 1, reposition is approved as requested. The contact departure on 123.67. Have a good flight.
Reposition approved and contact approach 2367.
Corp scan, good morning, United 5539. They're ready to push and start at gate 11.
United 5539, push and start approved at your discretion. Advise ready to taxi.
Roger, okay, thanks, United 5539.
ground care 3014 at the north ramp with Sierra, request taxi.
Care 3014, thank you for Sierra, runway 23, taxi via Alpha.
All right, 23 via Alpha, Care 3014. All right, mixture full rich, because we're right here.
Care 3014, monitor Providence Tower on 120.7. Have a good day.
All right, we'll monitor tower at 20.7. Have a good day, Care 3014.
Thank you.
Okay, we're open. We got pumps on. All we need to do is the landing light and the clock. We're on 120.7.
Grandfather use is required on all taxiways and runways. Note.
Alright, we're not doing the run-up because we did it last time. We could do it right now really quick. Let's check everything else. Fuel quantities, one last check. We're looking good. Engine selectors, main tanks, fine. Cow flaps are open.
Care 3014 Providence Tower.
Care 3014 holding short of runway 23, ready for departure.
Yeah, Care 3014. I apologize for the wait. My internet here at the event disconnected, so I'm back. One second.
Roger that. Alright, let's get the air off. Aux pumps are low. Flight controls are free. Pitot heat is on. Anti-ice not required. Let's go ahead and get the landing light on now.
Wings 2, runway 23, clear to land.
Affirmative, right 23, clear to land, wings 2.
Just affirmative. I forgot to talk to you yet.
Here he is. Nice landing, Wings 1. I don't see anyone else out there.
Care 3014, runway 23, line up wing.
Lining up for 23, Care 3014. We're good down. Buster, your tongue is always in the way. All right, 2-3.
Care 3014 on departure, turn left heading 170, runway 23, clear for takeoff.
All right, left 170, clear for takeoff, runway 23, Care 3014. Let's go run it.
Wings 2 over the ground.
Wings 2, sorry for the contact ground 1211 at her.
Flat 9 for wings 2.
We're looking good. Turn 230. Well, looks like the windsock says it's a dead tailwind. knots. 95 knots. Gee whiz. Get me in the air, please. Positive rate, yeah, up. To get to 400, we'll make our turn. All right, let's make our turn to 170. Power back.
Air 3014, contact departure 123.67. Have a good flight.
23.67, Care 3014. Have a good one.
Care 3014, contact departure 123.67, Milko Gotti.
Tower, Care 3014, we were disconnected.
I'm sorry, aircraft calling. You say again?
It was Care 3014, we got disconnected. You want me to go over to departure?
Oh, Care 3014, you're back. Contact departure 123.67.
23.67, thanks for the patience.
Boston Center, United 4957, 14,000 for Newark.
Wrong frequency. If you're wanting Boston Center, I'm assuming you're 123.75. 534.
Approach Care 3014, climbing through.
515 Charlie Charlie, department heading 030.
Damn it, we lost it again.
Sorry, I'm
Make on 9925, flight 8310, right to Savannah.
310, make on 9925.
Make on 9935, maintain 210 knots.
Slow back to 210, make on 9925.
Wings 110, 10 degrees to the right.
That's the right.
Make on 9925, flighting 260, intercept the runway 23, that's live.
260 to Charlie, make on 9925.
Make on 9925, you're 5 miles from Christian. Good. Make on 9925, you're 4 miles from Cusker, maintain 2,100 until established, good Isla. C414, good day.
180 till 5 miles up the tower, make on 9925.
Okay, Cass 3014, Boston, Christian Providence, departure, rudder contact, maintain 4,000 for now. Okay, I'll show you as to a read only. And Cass 3014, when able, clear direct UV. 515 Charlie Charlie, you should be flying at 8030, please.
Yeah, we're turning out 555.
What the heck?
28, 9000. Captain 1128, contact Providence approach on 125.75.
125.75,
That's
Make
ridiculous.
25, stay to you, contact Providence approach 125.75, verify your
Correct.
crossing, make it 7, correction 5 pounds.
UB.
525.
Break out 25, thanks.
What a cluster.
And departure, good afternoon, or good? Yeah, good afternoon, United City, 39, climbing through 2000,
heading 16.
United 5539, is that you?
Affirmative.
Okay, wings 17 righting, 20, intercept the runway 23 localized.
Dig in the heading.
200.
Heading 200 to intercept 23 localized.
Okay, heading 010, this X4772.
Wings 1, you can turn further right, heading 260, you're 3 miles from Costco, maintain 2,100 until established, good ILS from way 23.
Costco 2,100, good ILS 23, wings 1 lane.
No, wings 1, maintain best forward, speed contact the tower, 120.7, good day.
120.7, good day, best forward, wings 1.
This X4772, just to maintain 2,100.
That's the 2100, this X47.
Romeo Charlie contact New Bedford Tower 118.1, good.
18.1, 531, Roman Charlie, good day.
This X4772, maintain 180 knots.
Maintain 180, 4772.
We have a communications failure. It has everything to do with V-Pilot and it's bad. You're letting me down. All right, we're gonna change some things up here before we fly to the Bahamas. All right, so Alpha flight controls, camera, inside and out. Joystick 3 should be independent. I don't think I have joystick 3 at all. Joystick 3 should be independent. Button 3. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna probably have to bail on this one. We have total comms failure. Well, sometimes, guys, it works, sometimes it doesn't. Most times it works. All right, we're gonna hold at depot until we can maybe try to figure this out. Maybe we could try to hold at Clammy. Now we're having issues of just understanding where Clammy's at. Hold that waypoint. Hooray. Alright, we're gonna hold at Clammy. That looks good to me. Right turns. Load the hold. Alright, so we got Clammy as a hold. Alright, so we got Clammy as the hold until we figure this crap out. Alpha 1.
Oh. 30.
130, wings 2.
Echo 4525, 10 left heading 26, there, intercept the runway 23, that's correct. Echo 4525, you're 6 miles from Cusker, maintain 2100 until southwest, good eye left runway 23, maintain 18 out until grade till 5.
Boston approach, KARE 3014,
Vertical track.
4,000 feet inbound to Clammy. We had lost radio communications, but we just restored them, and we're disconnected.
KARE 3014, Boston approach, good afternoon. Your radar contact 7 miles west of Clammy. Expect a Great Point visual approach for runway 24 at Nantucket, and information Tango is current.
Great, we'll get Tango on board. We'll expect the visual for 24 on the KARE 3014. Great visual. Great Point visual. All right. Boy, we recovered. Pretty freaking nuts. Here we are. We're about ready to hold over Clammy. Let's look at the visual.
November 638 Yankee Alpha Boston departure, good afternoon. What altitude would you like?
2906.
Sorry, say again, you're barely readable.
1 second for
KARE 429 has Great Point. KARE 429 cleared, Great Point visual, runway 24 approach. Great Point visual, runway 24 approach. November 4 Tango Alpha, welcome to Nantucket. Left on Echo, right on Bravo to the ramp.
Left on Echo, right on Bravo to the ramp, Cessna 4 Tango Alpha, thanks very much.
KARE 3014, turn left, heading 080.
Left 080, KARE 3014.
Sorry, KARE 3014, left 070.
All right, 070 for KARE 3014.
KARE 3014's Great Point Lighthouse is 24 miles ahead of you. Let me know when you have it in sight.
All right, we'll be looking. We'll let you know when we have it in sight, KARE 3014. Approach, KARE 3014 has the Great Point Lighthouse in sight.
KARE 3014, all right, traffic ahead, Philip Fox Company, Twin Cessna, also following that approach, crossing left to right. Number, you're gonna follow him in, cleared, Great Point visual, runway 24 approach.
All right, we'll follow company traffic on the Great Point visual. Will be number 2, cleared for the Great Visual approach, KARE 3014. Approach, just to clarify, can we descend KARE 3014?
KARE 3014, yes. The approach gives you, basically, you can descend as you like. It does recommend you stay above 2,000 until you're actually at the lighthouse, though.
Roger that, we see it. Thank you. KARE 3014. Of course, we got cleared for the visual.
8 Yankee Alpha.
Affirmative, yeah. So how's the mic?
A little bit better. What is the altitude that you wanted?
4,500%.
Alright, November 638 Yankee Alpha for flight following squawk 0065. Runway 24, taxi via Foxtrot Golf, cross runway 15.
Alright, for the squawk is 0065, Dr. Nikki for the Foxtrot Golf, cross runway 15, that's Golf, 708.
708 Yankee Alpha, read back correct. Sierra 429, runway 24, clear to land. Runway 24, clear to land.
Close the cow flaps. Pumps are on low. We're good. Landing lights on. Mile final. Let's get down to 1,600 feet.
Boston departure, good afternoon. What altitude would you like?
It was like 4,000 from here, 51.
Is it 4,500? Chair 5001 for flight following squawk 0077, runway 24, taxi via Foxtrot Golf, cross runway 15. Runway 24, taxi via Foxtrot Golf, cross runway 15. Fokker Golf, Golf, cross runway 15. Air 429, light to moderate on 15. Air 429, thank you, PIREP accepted. Yankee Alpha, hold short runway 24, traffic on short final.
Sure.
A little bit of turbulence, I would agree. I would agree with them. Let's go ahead and fly down the coast. Right here.
Seminole 8 Yankee Alpha, runway 24, line up and wait.
24 line up and wait. Yep.
Actually, Seminole 8 Yankee Alpha, on course departure approved, runway 24, clear for takeoff, traffic on a 4-mile final.
On course departure approved, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
Air 429, straight ahead to the ramp, terminal's on your right. Welcome to Nantucket, Mocha Hagati. Care 5001, on course departure approved, runway 24, clear for takeoff, traffic on a 3-mile final. 24 clear for takeoff, Care 3014, traffic departs prior to your arrival, runway 24 clear to land.
All right, clear to land 24. We'll be looking for the traffic on departure. Care 3014.
Number 8 Yankee Alpha, stay altitude.
60,700.
Sonal 8 Yankee Alpha. Nantucket altimeter 2906. Sonal 8 Yankee Alpha, thank you. Your radar contact. Care 5001, stay altitude. 700, Care 5001. Care 5001, you are also radar contact. Traffic with prior departure ahead of you. He is turning towards Providence. Looking for traffic, Care 5001. 2 o'clock, 1 mile.
Woo, that trim is bizarre. All right, let's get down to gear.
Air 5001 traffic now at your 12 o'clock, 1/2 mile. He's at 3,700. Sharp and St. Care 5001.
Another set of flaps. Man, I just feel like I'm just tugging this thing. If I drop it, it's gonna just go right on the ground. Would have been better to fly just visual than trying to screw around. Flaps up. We'll exit here.
Care 3014, welcome to Nantucket. Right on Charlie, straight ahead to the ramp. Terminal will be on your right. Mocha Hagati.
All right, right on Charlie to the ramp. Mocha Hagati, Care 3014. Thanks for your patience. All right, here we go. Thanks. Man, we do not do it right with losing communications, but we did what we had to do. Someone was in the green. Well, we had quite the adventure. We lost radio comms and we picked them up over the water, which was pretty cool. We'll come in here and park next to the FedEx. So we lost radio comms over Newbie. Actually, we lost radio comms on our way to Newbie. And then we were finally able to pick it back up, which is cool. We'll come over here. We'll park next to FedEx. So we actually, let's get on the parking brake. All right, there's the FedEx. Hey Tony, how you doing? All good. Let's go. Buster and I say hello and get a bark. Yep. Good job, good job. I can't believe we actually made it in, which is pretty insane. What a rough ride. It's gotta be, it has to do something with SPAD next. It has to be. I am not gonna run SPAD next with regards to, I'm not even gonna do the radios for the twin Cessna with SPAD next. It works great. SPAD next works great with my setup for the Airbus and the Boeing. Not as good here with the at least not yet. At least I haven't figured it out yet. Let's go ahead and open the doors. Let's get chocks, GPU. I mean, man, we're just so discombobulated. It's not even funny. Well, he thinks he's in a Cessna. I think I'm in a, you know, a big FedEx. So I'm just like, I taxi this thing around like I'm in an airliner. It's tough. Let's see. Here we go. Time to let the passengers out. Let's go ahead and get around. Get that, huh? There we go. It's a nice 737 right there. I love that. That's a nice livery too from the FedEx. Let's go ahead and get back in. And we can't. So we have lost the ability to even get back in to the cockpit, which is crazy. But yet these controls work, but the buttons, oh, there we go. See, that's weird. So from here, I was hitting the button. So if it works sometimes, it doesn't work in others. That's no bueno. Never had that happen before. Never had that happen. But it's okay. Hey, that's what we got to do. We got to roll with it, right? We got to roll with failures and things that just happen, right? I'm glad we just didn't ditch it either. So we kept it. We were going to hold over Clammy on the Newbie 3 arrival until we figured it out and got it to work to where we can get comms back. We finally did get comms back right before Clammy, right before we were going to go into the hold. And then we, you know, apologized profusely to Boston approach, Nantucket approach. But we got it done. Got it done. Let's go ahead and let the people go. get the bags out. Alicia, see you later. Mary, Dorothy, Rick, Bobby, out of here with your little sister Cindy with her tablet. Get out of here. Here in Nantucket. Have some fun. Go to the beach. Do what you do in Nantucket. Which I'm sure is a lot of fun things. Well, that's a wrap. That's almost 3 hours, guys, of streaming. Quite the drama. Quite the drama out of Providence. Handoff to approach. Got to approach. Boom. The push to talk didn't work. So, scrambled typing, let him know. We lost comms. He told us, but I can't transmit, but I can hear you. And he went ahead and started giving me verbals, and I responded via typing. And so that worked to a point. And then I was just like, screw this. I need to get comms back. Oh well. It worked. But we made it. We made it. We did the great visual into the 2-4. Love that. That was a lot of fun. We got to fly over the Great Point Lighthouse and then down the beach and then hung our base into a final to 2-4. When we woke up and we got to the airport, it was LIFR here. It was 200 feet and drizzle and mist. 200 feet. 1.5 miles visibility. Now look, 10 miles and clear, maybe some scattered. I think Tony was here when we got there too. I think he saw it as that bad weather too, but he's been going back and forth. There we are in Nantucket. Well, that's going to come to a conclusion for Expo. Expo, I think, was going, the event was going to go till 3 o'clock with full ATC, and it's now 1 o'clock Eastern. So we're almost 2 hours away from basically the close of the Expo here for ATC. I think the event today was running 9 to 3 local. So we've flown in all 3 days, all 3 events today. It was a blast. All right, guys. Till next time. Clear skies, warm tailwinds. Buster, take it away.